Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I am Conostep and this is going to be part 20 of my Imperial campaign where I'm playing as Egypt. And in the last episode I think I was mainly just focusing on my internal affairs. I'm sort of getting ready to push on into Arsacia, which is the Parthian capital. There is a bit of a road ahead of us though. I mean, for the time being, I am more focused on making sure that Susa doesn't revolt. I had to switch my capital from Alexandria over to the Demantha, which is a tier 1 town, which is kind of funny that you can do that, but as it were, I mean, it did help stabilize Susa. And now I'm wondering, like, how long should I wait before I switch my capital back? Now, I don't think I ever will be switching my capital back to Alexandria because I don't really intend on expanding in this direction to the west anytime soon. I'm thinking more about Jerusalem. I think that that's more of a central settlement in my empire right now. And it's very tempting because that would be reducing the distance to capital penalties in a lot of these settlements. And these are my rich settlements, you know, Sidon, Antioch, Salamis. These are the ones that I want to be bumping my taxes up in, and currently they are pretty low, right? So that doesn't feel great. Ooh, I just remembered there are some rebels down here. Yeah, there are a lot of rebels for me to fight. Down here, this is going to be a battle that I think I can initiate in this turn. Yep, okay. And then there's going to be a few more as well. My infantry force that had moved on ahead from Palmyra can take on these rebels here, this 4-unit stack, and then my mounted troops from Palmyra, they can head on over right now, I suppose. Yeah, and they can get close to engaging these rebels. It's a 3-star general, Waredson of Satella, so they can push him out as well, and then these guys can continue on. This is just a single unit of peasants that is going to be moving from Bostra to Demantha. I had a unit of peasants, but I think that they got injured in an earthquake, so their numbers are a bit diminished, and I really don't want to take from any of the population here in Demantha, because I'm trying my hardest to get this up to a large town. Yeah, 3.5 population growth is okay, but man, it feels a little bit rough. Population at 720. And I'm aiming to get to 2,000, so it's going to take some time here. I realized I need to repair the governor's house. This was damaged, actually, in the earthquake, I imagine, so yeah, I should repair that. That can help out with the... I suppose, like, a damaged governor's house is having issues with the public order, perhaps? Because this is a building that's required to administer the settlement, so I don't know. It doesn't really say in here. Unrest, maybe this will reduce unrest by fixing this. I'm not sure. Maybe it won't do anything. I don't know. I don't know. Now, it was suggested that spies actually do decrease the culture penalty in settlements, and that's interesting. I hadn't heard that before, and I don't know if this is real. I can test it out right now, though. I have a spy right here that I suppose I can just send on into Susa, because that would be super useful. I know in Shogun and Medieval, spies are used to increase population loyalty in your settlements, in your provinces. So it's one of those things that I thought was a little bit curious that it was removed in this game. But if that's not the case, if these actually do, so it would be the culture penalty is what I was told, I think. I can take a peek at unrest as well. Maybe it's that, but I was told it's the culture penalty if I'm remembering this correctly. 25% and then 10% for a total of 130% on public order. So 25 and 10. Let's see if those numbers are changed at all by moving my spy inside of Susa. And nothing's changed. So unrest is still 10%. Culture penalty is still 25%. Public order is still 130%. So I don't know if this is something that happens over time, or maybe this isn't a real thing. But I can keep an eye on it. I can see if this is real or not. I would like for it to be real because it'd be kind of cool to have spies have that effect. It's something that I really did enjoy in Shogun and in Medieval, which is using spies to either foment rebellion in enemy territory, or even like allied territory, you know, that you kind of want to destabilize their territories without going to war with them. Is kind of a fun idea, and I really liked doing that in those games, and it's something that so far I've been kind of scratching my head thinking of ways that I can influence the map and influence factions without just outright war. It seems like there's less options in this game than there were in Medieval, and even Shogun. My goodness. I mean, I feel like there was just more options in Shogun when it came to, you know, what you could do to cause rebellions and stuff. But I would say definitely Medieval. Medieval, I think, had more options in that regard. But then again, I mean, I am very new to this game, so there's still a lot for me to learn in this way. Something that I was considering, which I think would be a kind of a fun idea, which is kind of the reverse of my idea to help out the Scythians, which is, you know, I want to migrate a bunch of peasants to their territories, and then, what's it called? What's it called when you? Why am I not thinking of the word?
Mighty General, Sire.
Disband, yeah, that's it. Yeah, disband the unit. I would like to disband those peasants inside of their territories, and then coupling that with gifts of money from myself, I think that would help them out with, you know, building their armies and whatever. However, if you just kind of like dump a bunch of peasants and disband them inside of enemy territory or whatever, again, like, you know, allied territory that you kind of want to dismantle, but without those gifts of money, they might not have the ability to sort of deal with all of that influx of population. And as we've seen, population can have a negative effect by having, you know, high amounts of squalor. And if you can't afford the next government building, the next administrative building to deal with the influx of population, then you're going to have some issues. So that's kind of a sneaky way that I was considering as well, is just kind of like having migrating peoples, you know, into other people's territories. And that I like that idea too, because it feels real. It's kind of a real thing that happened, you know. You could, I don't know if like intentionally migrating some of your peoples onto other people's territories to destabilize their, I don't know if it was that intentional historically, you know, like in the way that I would be thinking of. But obviously, you know, migrating peoples do cause issues to the stability of territories. So that's real. That part's real. But yeah, I don't know about how intentional it could be in some cases. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you folks know more about situations historically where a ruler might actually intentionally migrate a population of peoples in an effort to essentially destabilize like a neighboring region or something like that. Let me know if you know. Yeah, I'm curious. But for now, I have a little less than 5,000 denarii to spend in this turn, and I have a lot of settlements that are not building anything. So I'm not going to have a lot of money to go around here. I think Susa probably should get a sewers right away. I could do that, or an execution square. 5% or 10%. But the fact that I don't even have a tier 1 sewers, and this is a large city. Squalor's at 45%. Let's just get the sewers. It's cheaper as well. Yeah, it's half the cost. So let's do that. Let's get that going. Then, so I have 4,100 denarii to spend. You know, something that I was thinking, and I think this was alluded to by a comment much earlier in this campaign that I read and I understood, but I kind of like pushed it aside because I wasn't kind of ready to focus on this. But now let's talk about this. So the way that port progression works is that when you build a next tier of port, then it's going to open up a second trade line for that port or that settlement, essentially. And so Thebes and Petra and Bostra all have a tier 1 port. As you can see, they're all right here on the Red Sea, and they are all making an income from that trade, obviously. Now, Memphis is kind of being left out. If I try to build a port here, they will not make any money. But isn't that because these are all tier 1 ports and therefore there's only one trade line available, therefore there's no room for Memphis? Isn't that why? So if one of these settlements, if all of these settlements were to build a tier 2 port, wouldn't that allow Memphis to make money off of a tier 1 and for themselves to make additional money off of trading with the other settlement, right? That also is how that works, right? So it's one of those things where I wouldn't see the money right away. I think Petra has the option. Yeah, Petra has the option. I could build a shipwright right now. 2 trade fleets available. And if I put this in, nothing, right? I'm gonna get nothing from that. But then if I build something else, like if I build that and then I put in for a port here in Memphis, that should show me that I can make money off of Memphis's port by that point, right? I think so. I guess I'll find out. Let's just see. I think that's how that works. But I guess I'll learn. Yeah. And yeah, if I'm wrong, then that's 1,600 denarii that I just lost. It's no small amount, but you know what can you do? What can you do? All right, so if I do that, that doesn't leave me with a lot of other money to spend. 25, man, that doesn't. Yeah, it's not a lot. That's not a lot. How about this? Let me go back to. Oh, you know what? Also, this has been a confusing thing. I've been having this general, Pamiophilopter, I've been having him move around building watchtowers, and it felt like there's a moment there where he couldn't build any watchtowers along the edge of the map, and I was like, what's going on here? Why can't he build watchtowers? And now he can. So I don't know if I can go back to the edge of the map. I was moving him inwards because I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know if there's just a thing, like, you know, he couldn't build along the edge or something, or I don't know. I didn't know what was happening. So how about this? I just move him inwards, inland. His movement range right now is so low because Demantha, does Demantha have roads? They do. Yeah, they have roads. They just don't have roads down here. Is that so?
My liege.
Okay, that's a question, I suppose. The way that roads work in provinces, obviously what they do is they connect settlements to other settlements. So in a province as big as this, where, yeah, Arabia, what do I keep having to remind myself? Yes, this is obviously Arabia. And in a province as big as Arabia, where the roads are only stretching out on like the top third, the northern third of the province, is movement range only going to be increased in this sector? Or more specifically, is it only going to be increased when you move along the roads themselves? I know that, for instance, when you like take a army and you kind of like move it somewhere, you see how like the path follows the roads as if that's a shorter distance, right? And that's typically what happens, right? You go to Palmyra, it's going to follow the road. Bostra, it's going to try to get down to the road as fast as possible and follow the road. So so the movement range increase, what I'm trying to say is, am I not getting it down here in like the bottom 2/3 of this province? Does that not exist because there's no roads down here connecting Demantha to any other settlement? Is that really how that works? It's interesting. And I guess I just thought it was like a blanket movement increase for the entire province. But if it's actually that specific as the actual roads themselves, that's fascinating. That's a really interesting thing. And I guess it does make sense based on what I just, was looking at. So yeah, that would explain like why it's just been so just torturous moving through the desert trying to build watchtowers. Like this guy's been doing this for like half of his life, you know? He's 40 years old. He's like, he's been in the desert his whole life. He's just like, oh God, please, no more watchtowers. But they're important. I need them. If I don't have watchtowers, then I can't spot these gosh darn rebels and hunt them down. So, sorry, Pamuflopeter, I need you. I need you to do this for me. But I'm gonna send his rebel forces north. You know, gosh, I was just gonna say I was gonna do that, but then what if I need anyone to like help? Like, what if I come down here and I spot some rebels and then I need to, you know, kill them? What do I do? What do I do? Maybe, you know, I don't really love this idea, but maybe I stick the mounted guys. I separated his army from him just so that he can move a bit faster, but all I need to do is separate him from the infantry for him to move faster. So that way, if I come across some enemy rebels, he can still kind of try to handle them. And maybe leave these guys too, maybe.
Sire, mighty general. Leaving the army. Onward, my liege.
And then the infantry can keep making their way up to Susa.
Onward, out of moves, great lord.
Okay. Okay.
Sire,
And let's attack these guys.
attack! Victory!
So what do we got? 3 archers and 1 Bedouin warrior, and yeah, unfortunately I have no cav in this army, but you know, a lot of archers, a lot of spears, a lot of javelins, even some slingers as well. I reckon that'll be enough to get the job done. For this battle, I'm just going to be spreading my forces out wide and hoping that I can sort of come around from multiple angles here. So let's go here. I have archers and spears in the middle, and then slingers and spears on the left flank, and then jabs and spears on the right flank. And my captain, my general unit, is going to be one of these slingers, which is a little bit awkward. It's going to be you. Okay, so I need to make sure that I keep an eye on you. Yeah, luckily slingers are the fastest land unit, so he should be able to get out of harm's way if it comes to it. And maybe I should use these other 2 guys. Because they are fast enough, they can actually put some pressure on the enemy archers and try to push them off of their position and make them, you know, switch positions and therefore not fire at me. And that might be the way to go. But they do have some mounted soldiers, so I need to get rid of them first. The Bedouin warriors? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Now, it does appear that the enemy wants to sort of move forward with their archers, because their archers can't outrange my slingers. So let's push forward with my archers and my spears here. And yeah, they've decided to pull back a little bit. But if I can, I would like to have all of my elements in position when the enemy does decide to make their move, because if all 3 sections can be firing at the same time, we can overwhelm them. Although, yeah, their archers are going to severely outrange my javelins. So let's see if I can get my archers moved up a bit. My javelins do have shields, so it's not the most dire thing in the world, although they can also be put into loose formation if they're going to start to get fired upon. In fact, let's move them up a little bit here. And what's going to happen on this side? Are you guys going to charge into my slingers? Yeah, they might. They might. So my archers, looks like I have 3 units firing into them, so we should wreck them. And then on this side, yeah, I want to make sure... I want to make sure that they go into my speed. Okay, so they're going to start running away. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. And now let's just push forward with this. What do we have again? Archers. So archers, are they going to charge into combat? They might. Let's just have you that way. And you guys can move up. And yep.
Is there any point in killing him?
Javelins got thrown into the enemy archer unit, and we are taking them apart. So let's move up here a little bit with our javelins. Archers are still on... They're still on firing, I think. Yeah, we're still taking apart those units. And yeah, these Bedouin warriors, they might want to come back into the fight. So let's make sure that my spears are guarding these slingers, and I can move slingers up here and here. And are we still in range? No, so let's bring our archers up. And bring our javelins up as well. Now my archers are back in position, and they are back to firing at a couple of these units of archers here. The Bedouin warriors have rallied as well, and they're thinking about charging into my skirmishers here. But I reckon, yeah, if they want to get a face full of javelins, I mean, that's what they're asking for right here. Ooh, man. Yep, those camels are not going to like that. Did we got another volley for them? Bring them down to... Did that volley not get a single camel? Come on, they're huge. Guys, how are you not killing camels? There you go. God. And how are we doing on this side? Are we picking them off? Yeah, they're about taken care of. And there goes the general, and...
The enemy general has been killed.
Yeah, that is about good. End the battle. We lost 49 men.
And no one can argue.
Yeah, that always seems a bit... It just seems a bit much, doesn't it? It seems like losing 49 men to that is a bit much, but hey, you know what? It is 3 units of archers that just were kind of exchanging fire with me, so there is that. Alright, so this army can continue its march on into Susa. The good news is, these units can all be retrained in Susa. Actually, can the archers? I don't know if the archers can. They cannot. But everything else can, right? Everything else can? Everything else can? Everything else can. Yeah, that's nice. That's a very nice thing to be walking on into. And then you guys
Orders.
go ahead and just want to pop outside. How's Palmyra doing? Lower those taxes a bit. Normal's gonna be fine. We can't do high. That's fine. Get as close to these rebels as possible. If I want to recruit anything, I don't feel like I need to do that right now. And then let's come on down here. And it's time to engage this force, this Judean force, which is, yeah, looking pretty scary. You know, what do they have? 11 attack and 7 defense, which is kind of decent. And then 2 rebel generals, 2 archers. Like, it's not a bad rebel army, is it? So I have my Nubians, I have my slingers, javelins, my Nubian cavalry as well, which is going to be pretty nice. And then, yeah, some basically some mercenaries right here. And what are you? 1-star general, +1 command when fighting rebels, so he's going to be a 2-star general. Philippos Casaros, 20 years old. Go on there and prove your worth. Yes, 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 yes. All right, so let's make sure that we are controlling the reinforcements, and let's head on in. Oh, snap. I just realized, oh, there must have been the Marian reforms already, right? This is why this happens? Because my general is no longer in an Egyptian chariot unit. Yeah, so that's something that happens, right? The all of the generals units in this game, even though they are not Roman, so the Marian reforms will give the Romans and everyone else like these upgraded generals bodyguards units with like better stats, right? Except the Egyptians lose their Egyptian chariot archer generals, which is probably a debuff, like a that's probably a loss of power actually. I think, I don't know. I actually didn't check the stats of these guys. But yeah, I mean the chariot archers were pretty nice to have, and yeah, now we've lost that, and it's also kind of sad because they've kind of lost their uniqueness, right? The uniqueness of the Egyptian faction was having those Egyptian archer chariot general units, which is, you know, now we're just like everyone else, right? We just have these cavalrymen. I think the only faction that doesn't have this happen to them is the Britons, right? The Britons have their generals remain in chariot units the entire game, is my understanding. Yeah, interesting. All right, well, that's good to know. Somehow I missed the fact that the Marian reforms happened. I suppose that has to have been mentioned at some point, right? And I just kind of forgot about it. That seems more likely. Without further ado, let's begin this battle. And okay, luckily my reinforcements are right there. Let's see, we might want to back up actually. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have started at the edge of my deployment zone. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Oh, that's so bothersome when that camera just jerks out like that, when you kind of like... Yeah, I've talked about it before. You know what I'm saying. Alright, yeah, these guys, they seem to kind of move up. Move up, fellas. Let's see, if they are not going to attack right away, that's going to help me out. Yeah, that's very, very thoughtful of them. So I'm going to back up a little bit on this side. And then on this side, that gives me a little bit of time to organize my forces. Now that I have my forces arrayed, let's go on ahead and start moving up here. You can go there, and then, let's see, I don't really have my... What group are you guys in? You guys are in group 6? Okay. Group 6, and then you are 5. And then you are 4. So let's go on ahead. And, oh, that's not you. Got the wrong group. 4. There we go. And I do have 3 units of Nubian spears that are not going to be heading on into the battle until I start to lose units. So hopefully it does not come to that. And let's go on ahead and lead with this force. They don't have any archers. I don't have any archers in this force. And they do have archers, correct? Yeah, so I'm going to have to close the distance to them. I do have Bedouin archers. So using them to sort of kind of try to bait out like attention in this direction, I don't hate that idea. Just don't want to lose my general. And they have 2 generals themselves, and I need to remind myself how deadly they can be. You know, they can break entire sections if it comes down to that. Alright, so these are just skirmishers in this front line, and then slingers in this front line, so yeah, I gotta keep moving up. And they're gonna be sending 1 unit of their Judean zealots. They think they want to attack my my cav. I mean, yeah, that's a good engagement for them, but they will be taking skirmisher javelins to the face, and no, they're backing up. Okay, and this is what I was kind of worried of. I don't want my general to get singled out here, and ooh, but if they're gonna lose a general, let's go up here, and let's charge here, and then let's charge my general in here, and then you go in here, and then go ahead and back them up, guys. Can you fight? Can't click on anyone here. Can we click? There we are. So yep, help out Nubian Cav, and let's see if we can kill that general. And it looks like we didn't get him. Okay, let's get my general back, and let's get my guys reorganized, and you guys come back here, and Egyptian or Eastern mercenaries come back. Ooh, you guys gotta run. You guys gotta run. Run. Everyone run. Run. There we go. We almost got caught there. Almost was a little bit scary. And we didn't kill that general, but we got most of his unit killed, which is good. And it looks like they're starting to push now, so let's go out here. Where's my guys? Okay, there you are. Let's go back out. And they want to come forward with a isolated unit of Judean zealots. Okay. Let's back up a little bit here. And we can move my guys here, and then you guys can kind of open up here and let them come forward. And if we can... Ooh, I hate that camera. Oh, I hate it when that does it. It's so jarring. We should be fine on this side, maybe. You can skirmish back and get caught by spears. In fact, let's see. Go ahead and come up here, and then... How are we doing on this side? You guys want to retreat? That's fine. And then on this side... No. Okay, so that's a no-go. They started to pull back. And oh no, they charged in. Oh, okay. So are you guys tossing in? And can you guys charge in here? Charge in, please. And then what's happening on this side? Let's turn back around. And there, we did break that unit of Judean zealots. So let's get these guys situated. And yep, you keep chasing, please. Let's move these guys up to support here. And then here, go, go, go. And I don't mind having you guys move up here in general, turn around. And got another, oop, yep, don't want to get caught, don't want to get caught. Yep, run back please, run away, lure these Judean zealots into these spears. Oh yeah, that can be good for us. That can be good for us, and then you guys can turn around essentially, and maybe get a charge on into them. Where are you? You're still hanging out over here, okay. Alright, so they backed up. Maybe we can get some rear shots into them, maybe. Maybe. But I don't want you to chase. Yeah, I don't want you to chase so you can back up. So that's one unit of Judean zealots and one bodyguard essentially taken care of. So we're working on it. Slowly but surely, we are picking these guys apart. So let's reorganize my forces. Nubian Cav, come back up over here. And let's make sure that we stay in line. Everyone stay in line, folks. Everyone stay in line. What are they thinking about doing? What are they considering here? So they still have their one rebel general unit left, so I don't want to get too crazy here and get caught out. Archers moving forward, okay. Let's kind of back up a little bit here. So we don't get shot by archers, and they want to move forward with their Judean zealots here on this side. Okay, general's going to be coming forward here, so let's have my cav come up. They want to catch my slingers. Well, that's fine. They're going to charge right on into spears, I think. And spears should do well. Maybe, maybe not. How are we doing? Did we kill any of those guys? Are we killing them? Alright, let's push forward with my cav. Maybe, okay. Okay, he is running away. Wow. Slinger is freaking boss mode, guys. Oh, okay, and they got into my cav. That's always fun. Let's charge them down and see if we can fix this. And, okay, we got rid of them. Okay, so luckily that didn't really amount to much. Cav can come back here. And let's see, Bedouin archers are still out of range. Let's move up with my force here. Now their archers want to poke at us a little bit, do they? Yes, yes, yes. They do outrange us, so let's make sure that we keep pressing, because we don't want them just to be able to sit back and take shots at us. No, that does not feel good. Let's see, Judean zealots, do they want to come forward? Anyone? Any takers? No takers? Alright, let's just keep pressing forward then. Until we can force another engagement. Now my Bedouin archers are getting some shots in on these Judean zealots, and yeah, they are still in range. Looks like they still have 2 healthy units of archers left. So they can continue to stand back, but we are just going to continue to tighten the noose. We are just going to keep on surrounding them here until they don't really have anywhere to run to. Now it appears they want to make their move. Oh, nope. Just kidding. They just wanted to get in range of our slingers and allow us to get another little shot in on them. And yeah, we can shoot here at those archers. Let's see here. Judean zealots want to make a charge. They want to break out. Okay, so we have the rebel general coming in on this side. And maybe we can sandwich them on both sides. Let's see. Let's go. Oh, well, I hate that. I hate that when it does that. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can come in here and go here and try to kill this general once and for all. Maybe. Can we get him? Don't want to get my guys too caught out. Don't want to get too caught out there. Let's break off that attack. Let's break that off. Let's go back. You here, and then you over here. And yeah, we're still getting slinger shots, and we're still getting Bedouin archer shots. So let's reorganize my left flank so that my skirmishers are back in front of my spears. And let's reorganize my Nubian cavalry so that they're out on the flank. Let's make sure that I put my slingers in loose formation so that they can take less casualties. And we've got zealots. Let's see, what are they thinking about doing? What are you guys thinking about doing, eh? I mean, if you want to fight my general, you're gonna have to get through my eastern mercenaries first. How about that? And yep, general wants to make another charge, so let's kind of go here. And yeah, if he wants to go on through, charge on into spears. And now we go. Now we go, and let's see if we can trap him. Judean zealots are going to come in as well. Let's back up so we don't get caught by Judean zealots. And let's push up with my left flank here. And let's see here. Looks like... yeah, they got broken. They got broken. It looks like everyone's just about breaking. So let's go on in. And let's clean this up. Let's go general, go here. Between camos, go here. And yep, let's stop these archers from shooting at us because, yeah, this battle is just about over. We just need to finish breaking everyone. Go in here, get the general. Those are my skirmishers running away. And what do we have here? Judean zealots. Are they running away? Run them down, run them down. And that's going to be it. So yeah, we lost 303 men. But yeah, we got the victory. Oh man, so let's see here. Casualties inflicted, 146 by the Bedouin archers. Yeah, they did pretty well. And otherwise, it felt kind of evened out. Let's see, slingers got 97. And what else are the top performers? Nubian Cav, 65, 66, 47 by Nubian Spears down here as well. Casualties here healed, 37 on that unit of Nubian Spears. Okie dokie. So that's a pretty decent rebel force that has been dealt with, and now I can go back to administering my realm. Are you even better at killing rebels now? Good commander, +2 command. Awesome. Nice. Nice. Love to see it. Now this army can go back to like defending their core Egyptian territories, and then you can probably go back to like recruiting mercenaries, I think. I liked recruiting mercenaries with you and then just sending them to my Eastern War against the Parthians. That felt kind of fun. One last rebel army that has to be dealt with is up here in Susa, and it is just above my 4th tier. And this is, I don't know, there's another rebel general, Gaspar of Persis, and what else is there? Eastern infantry and archers. So 5 units in total. Removing my garrison from Susa is a little bit risky because my garrison is accounting for 65% of my population loyalty at this point. Yeah, that takes me down to, what, 65% total? And that's in the red. But that's only if I remove the entire garrison, which I don't have to do to defeat that rebel army, I would imagine, right? Also, there's the option, I do have an assassin here, and if he kills that general, that gets rid of his entire bodyguard unit, correct? So... what are the chances?
Death approaches.
83% chance? I like those odds. Did you get him? So that unit's now gone. Gaspar Persis has been killed, and that leaves us with 2 Eastern infantry and then 2 archers. So not only did you kill the general, but you also spied on the army for us. How about that? Man, you are freaking good, man. Of course, the killer. Yeah, you are wonderful.
Assassin ready.
I should have you try to go after the Parthian faction leader. You were just, you know, You are that good, man. Let's have you... Let's see, let's have you come back down here. And now that we know what this army is comprised of, now I can figure it out. I definitely don't need to bring out the entire garrison, right? So, it's also interesting that even with all of these soldiers here, that I'm still not getting the full 80%. And that's because, you know, a lot of my army is not the 120-man units of peasants, right? I got 54-man units of desert cav and chariots as well, so... Yeah, it's interesting how that works, but it makes sense, I get it. Now, yeah, let's consider what do I want to bring to get rid of this rebel army. How about I just bring out 2 spears, 2 skirmishers, 2 desert cavalry, and then 2 Egyptian chariots. All of these are units that I can retrain back in Susa. I am tempted to bring the archers, but why risk their lives when I can just send out units that I can just retrain right here? So,
Engage the enemy.
yes, engage the enemy indeed.
Attack!
Let's get rid of these guys. Forming up over here on what little we have of the high ground seems like a decent idea, so let's go ahead and yeah, they're going to be all the way over there, so let's start marching on over. And I reckon my chariots and my cav can do most of the work here. Now for a moment there they had backed up, and now they are starting to rush down this hill a little bit. They are leading with their archers, so they are considering maybe taking some shots at my chariots. I am not the biggest fan of that. Let's move up with my infantry at double time. Let's see if we can sort of push them off of their firing positions so that they do not get shots on my chariots, because I would prefer to get my chariots directly on into the spears. Would be my preference. So yeah, let's continue to push them back. Let's make sure that we don't let our cavalry get isolated. My captain general is going to be in that one of these units, so I want to make sure that, yeah, they stay safe. And if I could, I would like my infantry to take the brunt of the enemy's attention. But if I can get... Okay, yes, this is kind of what I'm looking for here. Yes, attack. Chariots, go on in. Go, chariots, go, chariots, go, go, go. And we got a bit of a sandstorm rushing on in. And, yes. Cav. See, spears think they want to get into our guys here. Let's see, let's go here as well. We can go on in, and now we can go around here. And let's see, you guys can keep moving as well. Did my guys just break? Oh my god. Did my chariots just break? Oh man, I've already been told I need to get better at using chariots, and I'm just shocked. I just thought that they're... Yeah, okay, that's... I'll keep working on that, I guess. Oh dear. I know I need to move them through the enemy units, but okay. God, it's just so silly. All right, Eastern Infantry. Oh, that camera! I hate that camera. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh God, I hate it. I hate it when my camera jumps like that. It's just, oh, just makes my stomach drop. It's something that never happened in medieval or Yep, you guys have to run please, run please. Try to draw them out. Okay, yep, you too. Attacking my general. Okay, whatever. Let's just get in here and fight. Get in here and fight. Get in here and fight. There we go. Enemy general flees.
Now attack and break the will of his followers.
And you guys can start chasing archers because you can beat archers in a melee theoretically.
The enemy general has been killed.
And there we go. Let's go charge on into the enemy here, and then here, and then here. You as well. Charge on up. Charge on up. I'm surprised this battle isn't over yet. I guess we just have to break these last couple of units, and that will be good. Yep, we just gotta... That's taken care of, and that is taken care of, and there we go. So yeah, we lost 64 men. Feels like too many, but you know, obviously mistakes were made. And yeah, my goodness, it's funny how, like, you know, in a game that in many ways is done very well, you know, it's a funny thing because when I was choosing my control options when I first started playing this game last year, and I was trying to figure out which controls made sense, I knew that there were going to be some things that were different from Medieval and Shogun, and for the most part, it's better. It is obviously having the left click and right click be separated from the selecting to the directing of units is very important. You know, that is obviously superior. It is, but I'm really curious, like what improvements have been made to like when does the tilting of the camera in battle get made better? Because right now it's being controlled by my R button and my F button to tilt the camera up and down, and that is not how it was in Shogun and Medieval. In that game, because I had a right click available to do with other things, the right click was just basically used to drag the camera up and down, which to me, you can say it was kind of janky, but to me that was really fast and effective, and it was just really natural to use. And yeah, doing the RF to like slowly scroll up and then slowly scroll down is just, it's so hard for me to get used to, just because I don't like it. And then for some reason, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like, so in Shogun and Medieval, I don't use the click drag very often. It is in the game. A lot of people don't know that, but you can click drag to select units in Shogun and Medieval. But you have to kind of like hold control, I think, to do that first. So it's kind of awkward, and I don't use it very often because my fingers don't really make that. It's a little bit awkward for my fingers to do that. But then in this game, you know, obviously the right click select is, in so many ways, it's smooth, it works well, it's good. But then if you select like a part of the map that's like a little bit ahead of the guys that you're selecting, the camera does that jump where it kind of like zooms in on that part of the map that you're, you know, right clicking, right? And oh God, it just, you know, it grabs my heart every single time because it's so frustrating. And I'm just wondering, like, that's not always how that is it? Like, Total War doesn't, you know, have that issue in the newer games, correct? Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. And maybe there's like another thing I could be doing with my controls to make it so that does not happen, where there's not that like camera jump where it just kind of, you know, just want my camera to stay the same, you know, like the way that I control it, not when I'm selecting something and then it does that angle jump. I just, oh God, I hate it. I hate it so much. Maybe I will have to look into the controls a little bit more and see if I can find another way, because I've never seen anyone else complain about this. So maybe it's just a me thing. Like maybe I'm just screwing up here, which is very possible. It's very possible that I'm just doing it wrong. So yeah, maybe we'll have to take another look into that. All right, finally, am I done killing rebels for this turn? My goodness, I have enough money for maybe one more building, right? So I got some things to look through. I've already decided on sewers and Susa. I can't build anything in Demantha, although I'm repairing that governor's house. Antioch, I can probably build some stuff here. Militia barracks so that I could finally, well, Nile spears. No, I don't need, I'm already training them in other places. Public baths is fine in Antioch. That's not the worst idea, but do I really need an extra 10% public order here? I'm already on high taxes. We will keep it in mind. Damascus. I'm still working on the consular's chambers here. Sidon, I can do... Let's see, Sidon. So Sidon and Jerusalem eventually are going to be teaming up on training soldiers the same way that Alexandria and Memphis are going to be, because one of them has the Temple of Imhotep and one of them has the Temple of Horus, which together they add experience and armor and weapons as well, perhaps? I can't quite remember, but yeah, that's going to be the idea, is that Sidon and Jerusalem eventually will be able to train all they will eventually be able to train all of my soldiers in my empire, essentially. 2 good sectors here of cities that are really close together so they can move around quickly and get retrained quickly. That's eventually going to be the idea. So I do want to keep up on my building of military infrastructure here in Sidon and Jerusalem, but is that my priority right now? Is that my priority right now? I mean, the good news is these are affordable buildings, you know, because they're kind of low tier for where I'm at. You know, a huge city building a militia barracks, stables, you know, those are pretty cheap, which might indicate that I could actually build, you know, in both places, maybe. Not here, yeah, Jerusalem would be getting the... I do want to get desert axes. That's something that I do want. Because that would give me a good unit type that can fight on city walls. Or stone walls and above. That's an option. That would take all of my money, but... that is something that I'm considering. Is getting that city barracks here in Jerusalem. What are my other options? What else do I got? Bostra. I don't need this to really be a training facility for me, so no, pass. Salamis, you are going to be an economic powerhouse. You already are. It's just that you have low taxes because you're so far away from Damantha, my capital right now, so getting any sort of public order stuff here seems like a good idea. It's already a huge city, but getting the large temple to Isis doesn't seem like the worst idea. That would improve the population growth by a little bit more, and... is there any other options? That's an idea as well, is getting that. Alexandria, what do you got? City barracks, so that would be desert axes. Okay, so that's, again, an option, but I don't know. See, right now, my Egyptian core territories are a bit far away from my current front. Now, when I'm going to be fighting in Anatolia, being able to just, you know, move my ships from Alexandria up to Anatolia to reinforce here seems like a good idea. So I do want to keep up with my military infrastructure in these settlements, as I just mentioned. So that is something I don't want to just completely neglect. That's, yeah, I don't want to neglect that. Memphis, what about you? Yeah, it seems like my, it's kind of funny how it's not my, like, temples and my public order buildings that I can afford right now. It's more like the military buildings because I haven't really built a lot of them up so much, so that I actually could afford a couple of those because those are the cheaper tiers of buildings that I'm on right now. But I am tempted to get that city barracks just for those desert axes. Yeah, that's tempting. I've been wanting these for a while. It's gonna take 4 turns to build. That's not that long. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And then when do I want to move my capital over to Jerusalem? Do I want to do that now? Is Susa going to be okay? I can bring these soldiers back. Oh, they're not going to make it, but they will be back in next turn. Maybe just do it next turn when I have these soldiers back in. And I can train up these or retrain these units back up. Yeah, that's an idea. Ooh, and there's a family member here. Buxra, 35 years old. Well, I have an assassin nearby, don't I?
Who shall die this day?
Let's see. Maybe, I wonder, because some family members have like traits that make them easier to kill. And I have a 75% chance of spying on him with this spy.
Stealth is my cloak.
Alright, so I got a trait increase, so that's good. And, ooh, okay, so I'm glad I looked at this. So, +1 to personal security, so improves the chances of detecting and foiling assassination attempts. So literally the thing that I was hoping that they didn't have. Okay. So maybe don't try to kill this guy, because that might lead to a dead assassin. He only has 2 experience. So let's just, yeah. let's leave him be. There are a couple more family members in here, but I don't think I can get into our Sakia, can I? I feel like a 57% chance of getting inside. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. After taking a peek at my settlement's tax levels and seeing if I can adjust anything, my goodness, I'm just reminded that, yeah, pretty much everyone's on low taxes. So, yeah, I need to like move my capital back to a more central location as soon as I feel like Susa can handle that. So, yeah. All right, let's just end this turn. I know that this episode is going to be ending soon, but I just yeah, I just want to see what's going to happen here, and I just want to be able to say that I at least played one turn in this episode. Yeah, it was a long episode of just kind of fighting rebels, and man, the Seleucids just hanging strong, man. Gotta root for those guys. For now. End of turn report. Sitting on 6,400. Okay, I can work with that. I mean, for having low taxes everywhere, you know, that's okay. And no one's in the red, are they? Yep, no one is in the red. Hallelujah. Faction announcements. We got a new family member, 2 of them. Sakemwi and Amasis Kasaros. Hey, I can actually pronounce both of those names, kind of. And Retinu expands. This is going to be for my faction leader. He has the treasurer, the +2 management for him. He is hanging out here in Salamis. Yeah, nice. Treasurer, +2 management. And Salamis is, you know, a place where it's going to be making money. They're making use of that management, admin, making 704 off of that. Yeah, that's a lot. And trade as well. What's increasing the trade? Is it just him? Corruption's being increased. Okay, yeah, I don't really know. I get that this is being increased by his new trait, but then what increased trade by like 25 denarii, and then what increased corruption by 5 denarii? Yeah, I'm not sure. Damascus. Consular's chambers have been finished. Wonderful. And Damantha's governor's house has been repaired. Wonderful. That's what I needed to see. And pretty quiet, eh? So, all quiet. Oh, god damn. Are you serious? God dang it. Archers and Judean zealots back again. Okay. Well, I think that at least these guys can take care of those 2 units, so I don't need to bring back this army.
Orders?
Oh man, okay, I want to take a look around and see if there's any more rebels, but I'm almost afraid to look. Any other rebels? Any other? God damn it! There's more up here too. One unit army. I don't have much here. A lot of peasants. I do have 2 archers in Sidon that are just hanging out. I don't really know why, but they're there. And I have another archer here in Antioch. Just a few random archers. Don't know why. I don't know what the plan was with that. I could move you over, Tahotep. In fact, with all of your management, maybe that's what I want to do. Yeah, maybe I want to move you to a place that's making more money, like Jerusalem or Sidon. Because I moved Amos over so that he could help out with the population loyalty here in Salamis. So yeah, maybe Tahotep should be moving on over in this direction anyway. And then on his way, he can kill some rebels. Because, yeah, 15% bonus on all trade income is pretty good. Yeah, that's... In the 66, he's going to be dying soon. Oh god, is he going to make it? Oh dear. Yeah, ooh man. So mathematician in addition to efficient taxman, so that's 35 bonus tax income. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, he's good for trade. He's definitely good for trade. Well, maybe moving on him on over to Jerusalem, it would be a good idea. And any more rebels? I want to see...
Mighty General!
Okay, let's see. Maybe we want to get you
Onward.
to like
No more moves.
here. And I can place a watchtower here, I think. Obviously, I know that you guys exist, so I need to deal with you in this turn. And then any more rebels? No, it looks clear. It looks clear. So I think next turn, or this turn, and next episode, I'm just gonna have to deal with these guys, and then these guys, and then these guys. And none of those armies are too threatening, it looks like. So just gonna be pretty small. And I have a bit of money to spend, so I can actually build a few more buildings in this turn as well. I don't think I need to actually train any more soldiers in this turn. And I can continue to get a bit closer here to Susa with my main infantry force. You guys are going to be fighting these guys and then trying to catch up to my infantry.
Sire.
You are going to be making your way to Demantha. And
Moves
then,
depleted, mighty lord.
yeah, you can just hang out with him. And then you continue your way up.
Out of moves, great lord.
Continue your way up.
Onward. Moves depleted, mighty lord. Mighty general. March.
And yeah, you as well.
Out of
As
moves,
well.
great lord.
Move you.
My liege.
Okay, we're getting there. We're making progress. I think once these reinforcements arrive in Susa, I'm going to feel secure enough to make my move onto Arsakia. And I don't want to incur the wrath of the Seleucids, so I'm going to try my best to stay out of their territory. So I'm going to be moving through this mountain pass right here, and then sort of zigzagging my way through here, and then up through here. I have spies, so I shouldn't be ambushed. I should be able to make my way through without getting caught unawares. And currently, there's just this one Parthian army outside of Arsakia, but then inside of Arsakia, oh no, there's this other army here, a lot of horse archers, and then, yeah, a lot of infantry inside of the settlement itself. But this is still only have a wooden wall. So I'm not going to have to be, you know, using siege towers to kind of get into Arsakia. Interesting. All right. Well, that's going to be taking some time to get to. But for now, that's going to be it for this episode. As always, I hope you have enjoyed this one. And thank you very much for watching. This has been Conasip playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much. And goodbye.